Good morning, students. Welcome back to the 13.1 exercise. You must have checked the document section. Formula was provided to you. Right? Now, yesterday when we discussed, there were a few questions we discussed. Question number 1, 2, 3, 6 and 7. Now, 4 questions are left in this exercise. Today we shall be discussing those 4 questions. Right? Take a look at question number 9. A wooden article was made by scooping out two hemispheres from each end of a solid cylinder as shown in the figure. If the height of the cylinder is 10 and the base is of radius 3.5, find the total surface area of the article. Now, which article? Figure is provided to you. I have brought a figure for you as well. Right? You can see this is a cylinder. Right? And from this edge of both the edges of the cylinder, we are scooping out two hemispheres. Right? Two hemispheres have been taken away. Can you see these depressions? These are conical hemispherical depressions, one end and second end. White is the curved surface area and this blue portion is the curved surface area of the hemisphere. Now if the question arises, you have to paint this total surface of this figure. Where are we going to paint it? Are we going to paint the curved surface area of the cylinder? Definitely. Can you see one hemisphere is taken away from here? So the curved surface area of hemisphere is also visible to us. It is also required to be painted. Same way, this curved surface area of the hemisphere is also required to be painted. So how many surfaces are available for us? This is the question shape over here. This is the cylindrical. And from this hemispherical depression is cut away like this. Two hemispherical depressions. So this is the surface. Right? The height and the diameter radius is given to us. The height of the cylinder is 10 and radius is 3.5. Height is 10 centimeter and the radius is 3.5. That means the radius of the cylinder and hemisphere is the same, 3.5 centimeter. Height of cylindrical vessel is equals to 10 centimeter and radius of cylindrical vessel R is equals to 3.5 centimeter. Now the surface area that is to be painted. So therefore, I'll write 10 centimeter this side. Therefore, total surface area is equals to curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of two hemispheres. So curved surface area of cylinder 2 pi r h plus curved surface area of hemisphere 2 pi r square, and since there are two, so it will be multiplied by 2. Clear? What is common? You can see r and r both are same. 2 pi and r is common. We are left with h plus 2r. Any doubts? Simple calculation. When two hemispherical depressions have been taken away, how many surfaces are visible? The curved surface area of the cylinder, the curved surface area of the hemispheres. And how many hemispheres? Two hemispheres. So 2 into pi 22 by 7 into r 3.5 into h 10 plus 2 into 3.5. Just substitute the values. Simple calculations. 2 into 22 by 7 into 35 by 10 into 2 into 3.5, 7 into 10, 7 plus 10, 17. 7 ones are, 7 fives are, 5 ones are, 5 twos are, 2 and 2 cancel. So 22 into 17, 17 twos are 34, carry 3, 17 twos are 34, 34 and 3, 37 centimeter square. This is what you have to understand. When we are digging out, when we are taking out some hemispheres, what is to be done? Clear? Same kind of question is question number 8. Here, in this case, he says, from a solid cylinder whose height is 2.4 and diameter 1.4. Height of the cylinder is given to us and diameter is given to us. This is the cylinder. The height is given to us and diameter is given to us. The height is 2.4 and diameter is 1.4. Height is 2.4 and diameter is 1.4. 2.4 centimeter and diameter is 1.4 centimeter. Right? From this he says a conical cavity of same height and same diameter is hollowed out. Here two hemispheres were taken away. Now here a cone is taken away. A conical cavity of same height and same diameter. So this is a conical cavity that is taken away. If we take away this surface will disappear. Yes or no? And this will be the shape of the solid cylinder that will be available to us. Right? So what do we have? We have the height, we have the diameter, height of cylinder and cone h is equals to 2.4 centimeter, diameter of cylinder and cone is equals to 1.4 centimeter. So therefore radius, since it is divisible by 2, 1.4 by 2, that is 0.7 centimeter. Now the question arises, he says find out the total surface area of the remaining solid in nearest centimeter square. Total surface area. Now just check. From this cone, from this cylinder now, we are taking away a cone. A cone is taken. So which surface is visible? This curved surface area of the cylinder. This curved surface area of the cone. Yes or no? And this portion is gone, but will the base be available with us? Yes. And what shape is the base of the cylinder? The base of the cylinder is a circle. So that means, therefore, total surface area of remaining solid is equals to curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of cone plus area of base. So curved surface area of cylinder 2 pi r h plus curved surface area of cone pi r l plus area of base pi r square. The only problem over here, we don't have L, that is this slant height. We have H, we have R. So slant height we need to find. So therefore, slant height of cone, that is L, is equals to root of H square plus R square. So L is equals to root of H 2.4 square plus R 0.7 square. 2.4 square is 5.76. 24 square is 576. So 2.4 square will be 5.76. 0.7 square is 7 square is 49. So 0.7 will be 0.49. 5.76. So 6 and 9, 15. Carry 1. 7 and 4, 11 and 1, 12. 2 carry 1. 6 and 1, 5. 6.25, and square root of 6.25 is what? 2.5 centimeters. So we have L as well. Now substitute, take common. First of all, pi is common, R is common. What is left with us is 2H plus L plus R. Substitute pi 22 by 7 into R. How much is R? 0.7 into 2 into H, 2.4 plus L, 2.5 plus R 0.7. So 22 by 7 into 7 upon 10 into 2 into 2.4, 4.8, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4 plus 2.5 plus 0.7. Add them, 7 and 7 cancel, 22 by 10 into 8 and 5. 8 and 7, 15, 15 plus 5, 20, 0 carry 2, 2 and 4, 6, 6 and 2, 8. Yes, so 22 into 8, 8 2s are 16, carry 1, 8 2s are 16 and 1, 17.6 centimeter square, because it is divided by 10. Clear? So this is how simple calculation. The only thing is that we need to observe the things. Observation is very important. You have to imagine the shapes. That is why I brought these figures for you, so that you can imagine these shapes in your mind. Right? Take a look. Now 2 more questions are left. Take a look at question number 4 and question number 5. Both the questions are similar. Okay. He says a cubical block of size 7 centimeter is surmounted by a hemisphere. I am removing this because we will be doing both those questions together. A cubical block of size 7 centimeter is surmounted by a hemisphere. Just imagine the shape in your mind. Yes, a cubical block. Can you see this cube? It is yellow in color for you. Yes, is surmounted by a hemisphere on one face. This hemisphere is placed. Can you see that red hemisphere? Yes? Yes or no? Right. Now he says that the diameter of the hemisphere, what is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have, and find the surface area of the solid. Question number 4. What is given to us? First of all, given to us is the side of cube, that is S, is equals to 7 centimeter. So you can see, sir, if this side is 7 centimeter, what can be the diameter of the hemisphere? The diameter of the hemisphere, that greatest diameter that it can have, is also what? 7. If it is smaller, there will be some space on this, and if it is bigger, it will be bulging out. So therefore, the greatest diameter hemisphere can have is 7 centimeters. So therefore, the radius of hemisphere R is equals to 7 by 2 centimeter. Right? Now, when a hemisphere is surmounted, when hemisphere is surmounted on cube, therefore total surface area of solid is equals to, check now, which will be the surfaces visible to us. Just check carefully. Now if I hide this hemisphere from top, how many faces of the cube are visible? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 faces. And 1 face on the base. Is it visible? So 5 faces of the cube. So that means area of 5 faces of cube. Area of 5 faces of cube plus, when I see this, can you see this curved surface area of the hemisphere? Plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Plus, now check, most important part which we miss. I am making this top view of this figure. This is the face of the cube on which hemisphere is placed. This is the top view. When I am looking from the top like this, when you are able to look it from the top, can you see this side of a cube? These are 4 corners left. Can you see that? A circular design will be there on this cube, and there will be 4 corners left. This portion will be left. Isn't it? Is this area also going to be painted? Definitely. Plus area of 4 corners. This is important. This is what we miss. 5 faces of cube are visible, curved surface area of hemisphere is visible, but we miss the area of 5 corners. That is what we miss. So here, area of 5 faces of a cube, we know it is a square. So 5 into s square because the side is s, plus curved surface area of hemisphere 2 pi r square, plus area of 4 corners. Just check, from this side of the cube, are we going to subtract the area of this circle? So area of 4 corners is equals to side square area of square minus area of circle. Clear? R is given to us, S is given to us, you just have to substitute the value. Okay students, I'll leave this question for the time being over here. We'll come down to question number 5. Why? Check what is question number 5. It says, a hemispherical depression is cut out from one face of a cubical wooden block. Now same cubical wooden block I am taking, and from this I am taking out a hemispherical depression. One hemisphere is taken away. In the previous question, hemisphere was surmounted. Now the hemisphere is carved out. It is taken away. So when we see that, we will see a hemispherical depression over here in between or not. We will see curved surface area of the hemisphere like this. Is it? This will be visible to us. So when we talk about this over here, here also the formula remains the same. The question arises, side is given to us as L. Diameter of the hemisphere is L. Diameter of hemisphere is equals to L. So therefore radius of hemisphere is equals to L by 2. So therefore side of cube S is equals to L. The radius will be L by 2. Right? Radius will be L by 2. Right? Now when we dig out a hemisphere, when hemisphere is carved out of one face of cube, so therefore the total surface area of cube remaining solid, is equals to total surface area of the remaining solid. Again, will the 5 faces of the cube be visible as it is? Definitely. Is equals to 5 into faces of cube plus, will the curved surface area of the hemisphere visible? There will be a hemisphere visible to us, plus curved surface area of hemisphere. And will the 4 corners be visible? Just check, I am drawing it over here. This is the circle that is going to be drawn like this by the hemisphere. Will these 4 corners be left out? Can you see these 4 corners? Plus area of 4 corners. Right? Area of 5 faces. Same formula. The only difference in the figure, when we carve out, the hemisphere will be visible and here hemisphere is on the top. Right? How do you understand this? You must have attended wedding parties in summers and all. When they serve ice cream, they serve it in a big tube is there, and from that take a scoop out. When we look at that face, is a hemispherical depression visible to us? That gives us the correct idea of this question. The only difference, there the size of the scoop is smaller than its surface area. Now the problem arises, here the side is given to as L and here the side is given to as S. So 5 faces of cube, 5 into S square plus curved surface of hemisphere 2 pi r square plus area of 4 corners, side square minus pi r square. Same formula. The only difference, in place of r it will be L by 2, in place of S it will be L. Let us solve it. 5 into L square, S is equals to L side of the cube, plus 2 into pi into r square, that is L by 2 whole square, plus s square L square minus pi into L by 2 whole square. Open the bracket. 5 into L square plus 2 into pi into L square by 4 plus L square minus pi into L square by 4. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. What is common? L square, L square, L square, L square. L square is common. So what is left? 5 plus pi by 2. Can you see that? Plus 1. L square is common. Minus pi by 4. Like terms will be added. 5 plus 1 6. L square into 6 plus pi by 2 minus pi by 4 will be pi by 4. Yes or no? The maximum you can do, you can take LCM. What is the LCM? So 4 is the LCM. L square, what is the LCM? 4. So 1 goes in 4, 4 times 4, 6 are 24 plus pi. 4 comes out. So therefore, L square by 4 into 24 plus pi is the form. Now in this question, when we solve it, this is the statement what we are going to get. In place of L, if I substitute 7, we will get the answer for this question. Clear? Same way, here we have taken L square common, here we will take 7 square common. It gives us the same result. 5 into side. How much is side? 7 square plus 2 into pi into 7 by 2 whole square plus 7 square minus pi into 7 by 2 whole square. Right? Can we take 7 common? Open the bracket. 5 into 7 square plus 2 into pi into 7 square by 4 plus 7 square minus pi into 7 square by 4. What is common? Can you see 7 square common? 7 square is common. What is left? 5 plus 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Pi by 2 plus 7 square is common. What is left? 1 minus 7 square is common. Pi by 4. Can you see? In place of L, it is just 7. Rest all is the same. So what do I get? 7 square 49 into 5 plus 1 6 plus pi by 4. You can substitute the value of pi 22 by 7 and do the calculations. Right? So this is how in both the questions the method, the formula is the same, but the shape is different. So this is the second part of your exercise 13.1. Yesterday we did 5 questions. Today we discussed 4 questions, and all the questions are based on surface areas. Here also we are discussing about combination of shapes. We did not discuss about singular shapes. We discussed about combination of shapes. Students, so please ensure that you practice these questions very, very carefully. Thank you.